You do not need to be a developer to build an AI-powered automation. You need to understand one simple idea: connecting boxes on a screen. That idea has a name. It is called n8n. Welcome back to The Explainer. Now, if you've been following along with our series, you already know the theory of AI agents and workflows. But today, we're completely demystifying them. We're stepping right out of the abstract and showing you exactly what building an AI workflow actually looks like without writing a single line of code.
Think about that for a second. It completely shatters the old, deeply ingrained assumption we all have that automation is some dark art requiring a computer science degree. Once you realize that the foundation of powerful automation is visual logic rather than complex syntax, an entirely new world of efficiency opens up. So let me ask you directly. What if building automation felt like connecting dots instead of writing code? Most people imagine automation as this intimidating wall of text, scripts, and brackets only hardcore software engineers can decipher. I want you to shift your mindset away from that. What we're talking about today is accessible, highly visual, and entirely natural to how the human brain solves problems.
The difference here is literally night and day. Traditional automation means writing and debugging rigid code. And when something breaks, it's a tangled mess, often hours of searching for one missing comma. Visual automation flips the paradigm completely. You simply drag, connect, and run. No code required. n8n gives you a blank canvas where you map out logical steps exactly like drawing on a whiteboard.
At its core, a workflow is really just connected building blocks, with each one doing exactly one job. Think of n8n kind of like an efficient courier desk. A request comes in, someone routes it to the right department, and sends it on its way. No one is manually running back and forth. n8n does that for your digital tasks, moving information effortlessly behind the scenes, step by step.
But every automated system needs a starting point, right? We call that a trigger. A trigger is simply the event that sets a workflow running. It's like a shop's physical doorbell. The doorbell doesn't stock shelves or ring up customers, it just signals that someone arrived. Digitally, that might be a form submission or an incoming email. It sits quietly, listening for change. Because without it, there's no automation.
Once that trigger sounds, work moves to a node. A node is a single building block performing one specific action. Picture a busy restaurant kitchen. One person chops vegetables, another manages the grill. No single person does everything. Each action is highly specialized. But linked together, they produce a seamless meal. Automation isn't one giant smart brain. It's a sequence of small, highly specific operations.
The real power lies in how these blocks connect to form a chain of cause and effect. First, an event kicks things off. Then, the system interprets it to make a decision. Next, a specific action is performed, and the output moves to the next stage. Information must move cleanly from block to block. It's exactly like handing off a stamped file folder carrying vital context so the next node knows exactly what to do.
Let me pause right here and ask you, what repetitive task do you do every single day that a machine could do instead? Think about your daily mental load, the endless copying, pasting, and manual data entry. Good automation isn't just about raw speed, it's about attention management. It removes the robotic repetition from your day, freeing you up for things that actually require human judgment.
So where does artificial intelligence actually fit into this mechanical chain? Well, we have to distinguish between traditional rules and modern AI. Traditional rules act like a traffic light. They're fixed, rigid, and perfect for clean inputs. Red means stop, green means go. But AI acts like a traffic officer in a busy intersection, interpreting fuzzy, totally unpredictable situations. AI isn't a magical brain ruling the whole system, it's a specialized worker placed exactly where human-like interpretation is needed.
And this brings us to a crucial distinction. Automation handles structure, while AI handles ambiguity. If you vaguely ask an AI to run your customer support, it will fail. But if you assign AI a very specific job within a structured node, like turning a confusing message into organized data, it makes the entire workflow incredibly reliable.
Let's imagine a real-world scenario. Say a small online store receives a messy, emotionally charged complaint message. It's totally unstructured text. The AI's job is simply to transform that chaos into order. It reads the message, categorizes it as a refund request, summarizes the issue into one sentence, and determines the urgency. Once the AI extracts those clean signals, the structured automation takes over, seamlessly routing the ticket to the right department without any human intervention.
So, when you approach an automation canvas moving forward, I want you to ask yourself 4 questions. What starts this flow? What needs fixed logic? What requires interpretation? And what must the next step receive? By asking these, you transition from just looking for software buttons to press into a true automation builder designing a logical system. Because automation no longer belongs only to developers, it belongs to anyone who can think in steps and connect them visually.
Building workflows without code opens automation to anyone, but there is still a skill in knowing exactly what to ask AI to do inside that workflow and how to ask it well. That skill has a name, and that is what we explore next.